Welcome to the Black Gay History Channel. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content. Anime is a global animation phenomenon, originating in Japan. I grew up watching many Japanese and Asian inspired TV shows and video games like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Sailor Moon, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and the Power Rangers. And many black people around the world are even more obsessed with anime and manga than me. So it only makes total sense that black LGBTQ fans have also enjoyed all of these TV shows, manga, and video games. Anime was also one of the most progressive animation spaces in history for LGBTQ representation, with gay characters being featured in popular series like Sailor Moon in 1992. So here's a quick list of 6 anime TV shows that feature black gay characters that you can start watching. Dragon Age Absolution. Dragon Age is a fictional story based in a medieval world of elves, dwarves, and magic, where elven people are persecuted for their genetic differences to humans. This fantasy adventure is set in the fictional country of Thedas, a land with a complex caste system based on lineage and even slavery. I love that this series has several gay heroes in the story, including the show's main protagonist, Miriam, an elf who is struggling with the loss of her lover, Hera, and the mistreatment her and other elves encounter in Thedas. There's a heartbreaking love story between Miriam and her human lover, Hera, who are separated by the fight of good and evil, but find each other and are able to reconnect again when the search for the Circulum Infinitus brings them back together. I love that we live in a day and age where the lead of an action fantasy series is a black lesbian character. Another one of our gay heroes in Absolution is Roland, a suave and skillful mercenary who comes from the mythical land of Orelais. Roland is Miriam's best friend, which makes this a badass team of gay warriors. In the series, Roland is a typical hero, eloquent and trustworthy. But when I was watching, I couldn't help but notice the consistent flirting he does with another member of the team, Lachlan. Lachlan, who is the quintessential tough and comedic dwarf on the team, fights with a battle axe and is often taken aback when Roland casually flirts with him. Anytime Roland can slyly compliment Lachlan or make a suggestive comment, he does, usually leaving Lachlan stunned and surprised and speechless. Though Roland thinks that Lachlan doesn't pick up on his flirtation throughout the show's first season, after an intense battle, Lachlan eventually kisses Roland, and the two finally make their confusing back and forth clear that there is mutual affection for one another. Online, the fans of Dragon Age made it clear that they were here for this romance, so Miriam and Hera and Roland and Lachlan are going down as some of the cutest gay couplings in gaming and anime cartoon history. Revolutionary Girl Utena. Revolutionary Girl Utena is a groundbreaking anime that was released in 1997 and featured landmark gay representation between 2 of its star characters. Though the series only lasted for 1 season, the impact it had for gay representation in animation is lasting. The show takes on the shoujo anime genre, which typically stars a magical girl as the main character. The series follows a middle school student, a girl named Utena, who dresses in a boy's uniform because she met a magical prince in her childhood, and she too wanted to be a prince like him. In the series, Utena is forced into a magical tournament to save her best friend, a magical princess, witch named Anthe, who is a perpetual damsel in distress. Utena and Anthe's relationship is seen as one of the first lesbian relationships in anime history, and it's no surprise that many of the creators behind this series were also behind Sailor Moon, which also featured a groundbreaking lesbian couple in the show, Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus. I'm going to have to come back and review this series for the channel because the animation looks top tier. Now, I did see quite a bit of discussion online about Anthe's race, and some believe she could be black, while others believe that Princess Anthe is South Asian. Now, even I'll admit, once I saw someone mention she is South Asian, I agreed her character does look South Asian, but the creators have said her race was never specified. However, I did see quite a few black women cosplaying her on Google Images, so it's clear black women have embraced her regardless. Tiger and Bunny. One anime series I've been watching and living for recently is Tiger and Bunny, currently streaming on Netflix, and they have introduced what I believe to be the first black gay superhero in anime, Fire Emblem. In the series, and I love this character so much, In Tiger and Bunny, Fire Emblem is a superpowered hero with powers that match his fiery personality. Tiger and Bunny is set in a reimagined 1970s, yet futuristic city where people with superhuman abilities were discovered. Some of these people with superhuman abilities are sponsored by advertising agencies and being represented as superstars in the media, including Fire Emblem, whose real name is Nathan Seymour. Though the series focuses on the crime-fighting super duo Tiger and Bunny, Fire Emblem is prominently featured as a hero in the show who fights alongside Tiger and Bunny and the rest of their team. Fire Emblem and others with superhuman abilities are what they called a noted entity with extraordinary talents, or next, and Nathan can create and manipulate fire, making them a powerful pyrokinetic. Fire Emblem is featured throughout many episodes of the show I've watched so far. He's a total queen and is very flirtatious with both Tiger and Bunny, the crime-fighting duo who don't want to have a partner, but are forced to be partners by the hero's corporation. I love that Fire Emblem is a total queen throughout the series who celebrates his femininity and hits on the heroes, especially Bernard, aka Bunny, the new hero on the team. Even though he knows he won't get anywhere with the duo, it's clear that he cares about them as a teammate and coworker as well. I wonder if he's actually going to get a boyfriend later on in the series. Machiko and Hachen. Word on the street is one of the most ambiguously black lesbian characters in anime is Atsuko Jackson, a featured character in the anime series Machiko and Hachen, a fictional series about two young women on the run from the law, as well as their abusive past. Though the country they exist in is a fictional country called Diamandra, the culture of Diamandra directly references Afro-Brazilian culture and uses Portuguese slang. Atsuko Jackson is a detective who has a past that is connected to the duo Machiko and Hachen, but she sometimes finds herself joining forces with the duo that gets her into trouble. After seeing some clips of Miss Jackson online, it's clear that she's a fierce fighter, a badass, and very cold when it comes to fighting her enemies and getting the job done. But one job she seems to have trouble with is getting rid of her nemesis Machiko, who it seems she can't get rid of because she has feelings for her. Because at times Atsuko Jackson doesn't do as she's told and sometimes breaks the law to find her own justice. She's affectionately been called the brown sugar outlaw, likely her natural afro being a part of that appeal. There are several clips online where Atsuko and Machiko are interacting, usually a high-stakes hostage situation or a prison interrogation, but it's clear that Atsuko and Machiko are flirting even when their lives are on the line. Castlevania Nocturn. Castlevania Nocturn is a new anime action series that takes place in France and Haiti during the French Revolution, where vampires are secretly pulling the political strings of the French people to leave the French monarchy behind and become a republic. The series follows the story of vampire slayers and witches who join forces to stop the vampires and their new vampire god from gaining power and taking over Europe. I love that there's a black character, Annette, that pulls from her Afro-Haitian roots using voodoo and Orisha magic to fight her slave owners who are secretly vampires. We are also introduced to her sidekick, Edard, a Haitian opera singer who uses his mixed ancestry and talent for singing to rise in Haitian society and help runaway slaves, including his new best friend, Annette, escape to safety. The two new friends head off to France to fight a growing vampire presence, but Edard leaves his gay lover in Haiti behind. I love that there is such a witty and fabulous gay character like Edard in this series who is flamboyant but can also pick up a sword and slay vampires. In an intense battle at a secret vampire lair, Edard is killed, but his corpse is reanimated and he is transformed into a night creature who is forced to do his master's bidding. It still seems that Edard has a beautiful spirit, and though he has become a monster, he also retains his beautiful voice. Currently, both Season 1 and Season 2 of Castlevania Nocturn are streaming on Netflix. The Boondocks. The Boondocks was an animated American TV series inspired by Japanese anime that humorously addressed the very serious social issues that affect Black America, especially in the beginning of the new millennium. In the first season, we are introduced to the Freeman family, a grandfather who has taken up the task of raising his two extremely intelligent young grandkids, Huey and Riley. Riley's favorite rapper, Gangstalicious, has just dropped 2 hit songs, but it seems the only one who notices how homoerotic the lyrics and visuals to the songs and videos are is the slightly older but much wiser brother, Huey, who constantly holds a critical lens to the media and Black culture. Gangstalicious drops 2 songs, each with ambiguously gay titles like Thug in Love and Homies Over Hoes. After running from a prominent criminal rival throughout the episode, Gangstalicious is finally kidnapped by the man who is ready to execute him in the forest. Riley gets kidnapped with the rapper and witnesses the rapper's near execution, and finally realizes that Gangstalicious's rival is actually his ex-lover who wants to kill the rapper for cheating on him with another man. In another episode entitled Pause, Grandpa stars in a popular all-black stage play that is directed and written by a conservative Christian bachelor named Winston Jerome, who also has a popular older matriarchal drag character named Mama Dukes. Throughout the episode, Grandpa finally realizes that Winston Jerome, aka Mama Dukes, hires the sexy, muscular men to his cast just to have sex with them off stage. I love the Boondocks series for pointing out the closeted gay men in our community who put harmful and toxic messages in their art.